Blessings everyone, this is Chris Kendall from therawadvantage.com, registered holistic nutritionist, raw food lifestyle coach, and raw chef. Today I'm going to teach you how to eat mangoes, delicious mangoes with no knife, no fork, no spoon, no plate, no mess. Let's get into it.
Baby, I like it raw. Raw Advantage likes it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Hey.
So you're here to learn how to eat mangoes with no tools and no mess. I gotta say, I absolutely love mangoes. I've had many different varieties. If you didn't know, there's over 1,000 varieties of mangoes. So get to traveling, get to trying, get to going to different stores, ethnic markets, and asking about the different mango varieties and seasons they can get. I tell you, it's definitely worth it. But I like to eat mangoes in many different ways. You know, sometimes I like to be ultra fancy, intellectual eating my mangoes. Other times I like to be animalistic and just smashing in there and making as big of a mess as possible. And I've even been known to eat my mangoes in the bathtub. Did you know that we actually learned about drinking from observing animals eat overripe fruit and fall out of the trees and be drunk and fly around drunk? Lots of animals do it. I'll admit, I've had champagne mangoes that were overripe in the bathtub and wobbled on my way out. But all that aside, we're here to learn how to eat mangoes without tools and without mess. Now, full disclaimer, this does not work well for every single variety of mango. The types of mangoes that is going to work the best for are those ones that are just completely smooth textured with no strings, that almost seem like they don't have any fiber. Of course they do, they just don't have stringy, rough fiber. So right here I have a Pakistani honey mango, one of my all-time favorites, ready in mid to late spring into the summer. You're gonna wanna check ethnic markets. I was surprised, I found them in a lot of different cities when I actually checked the different ethnic markets. Here we have some Mexican Atolfos, often also called champagne or very similar. These two are perfect for it, but you can also get some from India like the Alfonso or the Kaiser. There's many different varieties that have this beautiful, amazing texture, and I tell you, once you discover more varieties of mangoes, you're gonna become a mango hunter and really gonna wanna look for them anywhere you can, and who knows, maybe you'll even start traveling for mangoes. So this hot tip, as I mentioned, works best with this type of mango, and all you really need to do is just start squishing. Just start squishing. Now, you want to squish uniformly all the way around. You want the mango to be pretty darn ripe, and you don't want to squish the very top. You start gently, yeah, not just squishing it like you're gonna break it. You're just squishing it, rolling it around, squishing it, rolling it around until you can find the pit. And you're gonna squish right up to the pit on every single side. This works the best with the smaller pitted varieties, and I actually find that these Pakistani honey mangoes work probably the best. You probably wanna wash the mango well because you don't know where it's been. And if you didn't know, the sap from the mango stem and even on the skin, it can be a strong irritant. You know, it's in the same family as poison oak, and for some people causes major skin irritation. So if you ever get some weird skin irritation after eating mangoes, better to eat the frozen ones that you don't come into contact with the skin, because you may just have a poison oak allergy. So we have completely squished this. It is just mush. And then you start squishing near the stem end, because you see, once we're squishing near the stem end, it might just start juicing a bit. There we go. And you end up just like that. Oh my gosh, yeah. And before I do that, I'm gonna do it to this Mexican Atolfo as well, just so you can see. And this way you basically just have a mango smoothie. So it's like ridiculous. You don't need to use a blender. You don't need to use your fork or spoon or knife or any of that stuff. You don't need to get mess all over yourself. And once you get used to this, once you really know how to do it, you can do it and just have completely clean hands. Just get every single last bit. No fuss, no mess, no worries, really quick and easy. I love it, you know, because sometimes you're just somewhere where you don't have a knife and a spoon, and, you know, maybe you don't have a plate, or, you know, you're just in that situation, you know, or maybe you have a bag full of mangoes and they get a little bit squished and you're like, what am I going to do? I'm so scared. Well, now you got this technique. So there we go. Look at that, it doesn't take much. It's nice and squished. It's like a water balloon basically now. Oh yeah, that's ready. So look at that, 2 super squishy mangoes. I'm just gonna bite the top off. You don't wanna bite the bottom off, you don't wanna bite the side off, you wanna bite the top off because that's the weakest point. That's where it's already starting to kind of goo a little bit, right? So, bite just the smallest hole, right? Look at that, look at that. That's just a small hole, and you can watch this. Watch this, it's gonna be amazing. Watch, I don't wanna get messy. Oh, look it. I'm trying to show off I got some on my fingertip, but that's as messy as we're gonna get. So I'm just gonna get in here, I'm just gonna go for it. I'd open my mouth and show you, but that's kind of rude, right? So what I like to do is I like to kind of start from the bottom and start squishing it up. Well, sometimes using your tongue to push the pit down so that you get more of the mango juiciness up around the pit and into your mouth. Plus, makes you a better kisser. It's kind of like, you know, like a French kiss tutorial, you know. And once you've got to a point, which I'm not quite at, but I think you could possibly be getting a little bit bored and you're like, yeah, now I understand, but you haven't learned it all yet. Patience, young grasshopper. You will get everything you came for. And more. By the way, if you want to learn more tips and tricks and ways and information and recipes and interviews to help you on your path as a happy, healthy, long-term, thriving, raw vegan, you're going to want to subscribe. Check it out. I'm giving away 2.5 free ebooks just for signing up, and tons of discounts and coupons and special offers and videos and more. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming up on my website, so you're going to want to stay tuned and you're going to want to sign up. So just, you know, do that. So, all right. So at this point, what I like to do, oh, there's that pit. I like to squish it up carefully, about halfway. Get everything I can off that pit, and then flip it up. And then we just have this pouch, just this beautiful pouch with more mango juice. Okay, watch, it's gonna come up. It's so damn good. It's just like a toothpaste tube, you know? You're just trying to get every single last little bit out of it. And I tell you, you can get every last little bit if you take your time. This is the way. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. You can just squeeze it all out. Oh, last little bit. Look at that. Beautiful, hey? And then you can save this and you can fill it with water and it becomes a little water. But no, I'm just joking. You don't need to do that. I mean, you could try and do something with it. You could blow it back up and try and sell it to someone. If you're just like, hey, you want this, man? No, none of this is gonna work. It's not even funny. But we're gonna put that aside. Yeah, and now we're gonna dive into this one. And if you're getting a little bit bored, you think again, like I got all this covered, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications so you know when I'm coming out with new videos. A lot of fun and interesting and informative stuff to come, plus some darn tasty stuff. I tell you, I've been a raw vegan for over 18 years, thriving on this lifestyle, and it's just my absolute pleasure to share all the tricks, tips, recipes, and more to help you thrive as well. So yeah, let's dive into this. There we go. See? This one's a bit thicker. So I hope you find this useful. I hope you find some of these different varieties of mangoes and that you're enticed and inspired to become more of a mango hunter. Because I tell you, if you've just had a couple kinds of mangoes that are stringy and not that flavorful, and you're like, mangoes, you don't know what you're missing out on, and you're gonna love it when you find some delicious mangoes. And it's just great to go around and go to different ethnic shops and go mango hunting and find out those seasons and splurge on good quality fruit and amazing mangoes. It's one of my favorite seasons ever, and this is a fun way to enjoy them without any tools, without any mess. So hope you enjoyed this, and as always, wishing you much peace, love, and seasonal fruit.
No knife, no spoon, no plate. No problem. Eat them all up.
Ooh, don't forget to check out my raw recipes playlist in the top left, the video just for you in the top right, subscribe for more videos in the bottom right, and get your 3 free ebooks in the bottom left. Grab your free raw recipe app, available on iPhone and Android with over 100 free raw recipes, common fruit and vegetable calorie breakdown, frickin' raw and food combining chart, shopping cart function, and so much more.